ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਉਹ ਜੁੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਰਵੀ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਜੀ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੰਬਰ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਨੇ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਗੁੱਡ ਮਾਰਨਿੰਗ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਸਵਿਫਟ ਸਵੇਰ
Oh, good morning, Sat Sri Akal. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for having me on.
ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਕੋਈ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੱਸੋ ਜੀ ਲੰਬਰ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ
Well, last week, a very important update provide KTC federal Sarkar ne Prime Minister Karni ne announced an additional $1 billion support. It's important to see acknowledge that the $1 billion support just comes after our federal summit was he host Vancouver the vich almost mahina ho gaya. This past Monday, or rather 4 weeks ago on a Monday, where I see federal Sarkar the Nal meeting hoisi. And uno si raise kita very serious concerns that if softwood lumber deal United States the Nal in the short term lani we need direct supports. And so federal Sarkar announced kita additional $500 million loan guarantee on top of already $700 million announced kita. Additional carve out of $500 million in a different program. And of course, I think one of the biggest announcements as part of that was 50% cut in freight costs. Right now, Ontario, the construction sector, certainly booming Hyundai, and American lumber by Gardaya. And so here's an opportunity for British Columbia, one of the largest exporters of softwood lumber in the entire world, to be able to provide to our friends in Ontario and Quebec, even in Manitoba, I think of places just halfway through the country, more softwood lumber. So it was good news. It's just a start. We're going to need more support, but good news in the interim.
ਜੀ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਪਰਮਾਰ ਆਮ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਫਾਇਦੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਲਈ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਸਮਾਂ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੇ ਸੋ ਉਹ ਕਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਫਾਇਦਾ
Well, he said a concern as he raised it to federal Sarkar. Now, look, we appreciate your dollars. We appreciate the federal government and the bank of money that they have. We'll distribute them because federal government, the record, and I know Ms. Sims is on the line there too, so she could speak to it better than I can. They have a very poor track record of getting money out in a quick and efficient way. And we've given them tons of examples of that. We've been reassured. I met with my federal counterpart, Minister Hodson at our meeting on Friday, and on reassurance that on one single window application process brought that, and any issues any companies British Columbia which I have the opportunity to bring them directly to him, and he'll work to address them. On meeting bank and the banks have been reassured that they'll be speeding up their processes as well. And so we acknowledge that a question which people can't wait. Right now, Sunday mills, whether lower mainland, which value-added facilities or anywhere across British Columbia, they're really teetering on the edge to potential curtailments and closures. Next couple of weeks of it, I think more curtailments will be, but usually the whole Hyundai at Christmas time, we're talking a downtime Hyundai. My biggest concern if down Christmas time, will they be back up and operating in January? And it's very hard when we're so reliant on the United States.
Ji. Minister Parmar, our expert Jeannie Sims is here. She has a question for you as well.
So, Minister, we're hearing of mill closures, and not just for the Christmas season, but some thinking they may not be opening again. So how quickly can you get help to them? And is there a way to save those mill closures?
Well, I would say there's a couple of mill closures that have happened that, without a doubt, the actions that Donald Trump has taken have led to their demise. And I think of 100 Mile House. Minister Sims, you've been to 100 Mile House,
Yes.
Beautiful community, vibrant forestry town. At one point, they had 5 sawmills. It now, as of January 1st, 2026, will not have a single sawmill operating. But it still has a lot of harvesting happening in that territory. But diminished harvesting because of the impact of the pine beetle as well as wildfires. And so when we reached out to West Fraser that had the single facility there, they shared with us that because of pine beetle, because of wildfires and duties and tariffs from Trump, they're no longer able to economically operate that facility. I think we may see more examples of that in the north and the interior. But again, when you're dealing with a 45% tax, and I would add, it's not just the tax, it's the fact that the rise in lumber prices is not happened yet. We were certainly counting on that in November and December. Lumber prices are still very low, in addition to the fact that demand has completely dropped. They're not building homes in the United States the same way we are. And so we've got some work to do on diversification, but as you and I both know, diversification takes time. It's not immediate.
Absolutely, diversification does take time. But this 50% reduction on freight, how quickly will that kick in?
Yeah, we're meeting with the federal government. I'm actually meeting with CN Rail this morning. My hope is that it's somewhat immediate. I recognize that it's going to take some time for it to get structured in. But I'm hoping that many of the companies in British Columbia will start to take advantage of it as quickly as we can. I really appreciate this was a direct pitch from Premier Eby. Premier Eby is the reason we have an additional $1 billion support. So no other premier has been talking about forestry. It's been Premier Eby leading the way. And as part of this, my hope is that there is an acknowledgement for the federal government that CN Rail needs to be a better partner in this. I'm going to be meeting with the CEO of CN Rail this morning here at the legislature, and I'm going to be very clear with her that I'm not a fan right now of the work that CN Rail is doing. They need to step up. All I hear in the case of forestry, but also other sectors like agriculture, is complaint after complaint after complaint, and we can't afford to deal with that right now. They need to come to the table. They need to be real solutions discussed, because there is an opportunity for us through the Canada Builds program, as well as just the private sector, for us to be able to get high quality wood products, high quality mass timber products to every corner of this country.
My last question to you for today, I'm sure we'll be back for a further discussion on these issues, has pipeline politics,
Yes.
how is that going to impact the relationship you have been building with the federal government in getting supports for the lumber and the forest industry?
Well, it won't. I don't think it'll impact my relationship. I met with Minister Hodson, and we didn't talk about the pipeline once. I'm sure he talked a lot about the pipeline with Premier Eby and Minister Dix. But look, I'm fighting for the future of this sector, the future of 50,000 jobs. I feel for Minister Dix and Premier Eby that they're having to spend so much time and energy talking about a vampire project that has got no hope in producing any jobs, no real project. That's really just a $14 million PR exercise by Danielle Smith. I, on the other hand, have to focus on saving jobs, saving paychecks right now. And Minister Hodson, certainly from his conversations, has assured me that he cares deeply about this as well. And I hope he's putting more time and energy into saving our forest sector than he is saving Danielle Smith from losing her leadership in Alberta.
Well, thank you for giving us the time you have today, Minister. And I know you've got a busy day ahead, and we look forward to more good news on this file.
As do I. Thanks very much for having me. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.